So, we've got Keith and Suzanne Drake on tonight, but first of all we have Keith, and what shall I say about Keith? He is, he reckons, London's only Marxist cab driver. Drives a black cab, so if you want, I won't make any stupid jokes about it, he won't go south of the river this time, like he told me not to. He's involved in two writers groups, Merton Poets and Watley Writers, and they meet monthly in southwest London. He has been putting together with Suzanne a musical called Aerobic Cabaret, which I think we're going to hear some of in the second half, if that's right.
That's right.
So, for now, please give a big Dodo welcome. First time appearance here at Dodo, Keith Drake.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for fighting your way through the rain tonight. Yes, indeed, I am a London cab driver, but you mustn't confuse occupation with identity. As the old joke goes, I'm big in ladies' underwear. I was looking at a list of poems I was going to do tonight, and the subjects included insomnia, politics and the credit crunch. So I thought I'd better start off with a little bit of romantic whimsy. This is called Rams's Revenge. I wandered down to Chessington, took a ride on Rams's Revenge, sat next to a history teacher who said he came from Penge, a thoughtful and intelligent man who knew about the Brontosaurus, said he never left the house without Gibbon and an old thesaurus, for he'd fallen in love with a canteen lady whose eyes had given him hope, and despite his rationality, he'd become addicted to her horoscope. As she handed him a dish of treacle tart, he could feel his heart go ping, and all he could remember as he clutched his tray was the German word, Schmetterling. Oh butterfly, it was the way she ladled the gravy that made him take the day off school and do something really crazy. Dangling 50 feet up in the air, I developed a nervous stammer, but oblivious to my vertigo, the teacher unfurled a banner, which read, Rosie, oh Rosie, I'm feeling so ecstatic. Forgive me if this gesture seems a trifle melodramatic, for I have to tell the world at large and the whole of Chessington Zoo just how my head is reeling and the way I feel for you. When you stole my heart over the shepherd's pie, my very being starts to sing. Oh butterfly, my little Schmetterling. Darling, oh darling, my world is upside down. If we could be together, I'd be the happiest man in town. From the ground a mighty cheer went up, as people like a bit of fun. But for the able teacher, the day had just begun. A news crew arrived upon the scene and united him with Rosie, so their pictures appeared in the Chessington Gazette, out of focus but very cosy. And they swore to share eternity with a passion keen as mustard, invest in a pair of his and hers bowls so they could share their custard. So everything ended happily. Ramses didn't get his revenge, unless you count sharing a love nest in a district known as Penge. Last year Merton Poets produced a book based on the credit crunch, and we had a very successful credit crunch night. This is one of my poems from the book. This is called In Balaclavas. In Balaclavas, they're out after dark, on with the task, it's such a great lark, getting through wire with tiny cutters, climbing up ropes, hanging from gutters. Precision timing's what they need, nerves of steel, lightning speed, onward, upward, fiddling yales, picking at locks with rusty nails, shining their maglights around the house, smooth as a cat, quiet as a mouse. They follow the beam, sniff the air, over the table, under the chair, into the cabinet, onto the shelf, shallow of breath, plenty of stealth. Jemmy the cupboard to claim the prize, in torches glow, it's no surprise. Whether it's shallow or whether it's deep, they've come to rob you of sleep. Liquid, solid, shadow or gas, what is their volume, what is their mass? For a while you stared upon moonlit skies, they sucked the stardust from your eyes. Your senses scream, your eyeballs hurt. At 6 o'clock you've got to work. Under the covers you start to twitch, your shin develops a violent itch. They laugh, they scream, explode with joy. You're wide awake, they've got you, boy. You pant, perspire, you're covered in sweat. No magic pill to swallow for debt. You've borrowed from Jack to pay for Jill. You need some loot but you're feeling ill. They're on the pillar, they're in disguise. They're under the skin behind your eyes. No friends are left, nowhere to turn. Your heart is lead and your insides burn. They'll strip your assets, they'll strip your home. You're weak, defenceless and all alone. They'll strip your clothes, they'll rip up your skin, and you'll wonder, how did this all begin? For if you slipped way down too deep, they'll eat your soul and murder your sleep. Well, I don't know where you were in 1969, but I spent a lot of my time hanging around disreputable tea houses. This is called In a Lyons Corner House, 1969. In a Lyons Corner House, we munch meat pies and luxuriate in existentialism. We assuage our pessimism with thick brown tea. We acknowledge the possibility of coercion in the tender arts. We suck sugar cubes and dip Eccles cakes into lukewarm liquid. We believe it is possible to achieve socialism yet retain self-assertion. A match is scratched along the edge of the box. We light to embassy. Inhale deeply and declare, resources are finite. Politics is about the husbandry and equitable distribution of these resources. We exhale extravagantly, pick currants from the debris of the Eccles cakes. Fortified with tea and Chelsea buns, we assert that man is responsible for his own actions, free to choose his destiny. We place our cigarettes in the ashtray, kiss, resume smoking and agree that true love is a bourgeois concept and political theories are redundant in an age of intercontinental ballistic missiles. We vow that we will never surrender to the creed of conspicuous consumption. We extinguish our cigarettes, recognise the fire in one another's eyes, and realise that we are but two lonely souls in a harsh and uncaring universe. The theatre of non-communication is a blind alley. The novel is dead. And the corner house is closing in 5 minutes and we're still hungry. As you probably know, most societies are underpinned by myths of heroism, and the most important quality that a hero must possess is that of omnipotence. And I thought it would be interesting to analyse and perhaps deconstruct this character. And I can assure you there's been no collaboration between us tonight. This is pure coincidence. This is called James Bond in the ladies' psychiatrist's chair. James Bond, confess if you dare. James Bond, sit back in the chair. Is the myth of omnipotence causing you stress? Are there incidents in the past you wish to redress? You kill in cold blood, you stab and you choke. You get dispensation from the Queen and the Pope. James Bond, we know you're no hood. You kill for England, the angels and the good. James Bond, we know you're no slouch. So shut your eyes and relax while you lie on my couch. Little boys and big ones need heroes of your kind. When shaky self-esteem starts to play on the mind, James Bond, you survive when you're shot, stabbed or bitten. You can fly, you can wrestle, and you also shag for Britain. Lovely ladies aren't emotional, they don't give a damn. You might as well stick your sword in a warm hologram. James Bond, so sorry, I digress. My pills and injections will get you out of this mess. James Bond, your aggression is a form of defence, like dinner jackets and martinis, just elaborate pretense. So we'll remove your tackle with one mighty slice and invert your equipment with a special device. Estrogen jabs will make your chest swell. You'll sleep, then awake as a nice slowly gal. Jane Bond, it's vital you decide to take the giant leap to the feminine side. Inadequates will be sad, you're giving up what you're not. But they identify with you and not the people you've shot. This is another one from Merton's Credit Crunch Night, and it also got into something called the National Anthology, which they sent me a free copy of, and subsequently, if you want another copy, you've got to pay 17 quid for a little book like this, so I took a powder. This is called Kids. The kids have gone to bed. The room's as still as a lake. The telly is showing that ad of the wonderful Copenhagen break. Then some lardy-dar in a dog collar starts spouting out the screen, telling me I'm going to be saved by a man he's never seen. The kids have gone to bed. They're tucked up, safe and sound. I'm trying to unravel bank statements, but me head's spinning round. She'd get at least 50,000 when the coffin lid closed on me face. Enough for an arse and tummy tuck, plus the mortgage on this place. The kids have gone to bed. They could go to Disneyland. Do they really need a dad when a plastic mouse could hold their hand? This is my last one for the first half, and I won't tell you the title because you'll get the message as I'm doing it. And it would be really great if you could join in the chorus, because there's a chorus to it, and I'd really enjoy it if you give it a bit of gusto. Lime juice, lemon juice, Campari and gin. They're sharp, they're bitter, and they'll keep you well thin. Milk is the enemy in a glass bright and shiny, or straight from the bottle, soft, white and shiny. Milk is for captains of the school first 11. Milk comes from cows that eat grass down in Devon. Milk is for heroes with extra large teeth, who wear crisp white shirts with tans underneath. Us with the scars, the boils and the coughs. We are the villains, the trolls and the goths. We who wear rags, not satin or silk, unite in our war cry that we should ban milk. Ban milk, ban milk. It's warm and it's sickly. Ban milk, ban milk. It goes mouldy too quickly. Ban milk, ban milk. Be it yogurt or cream. Ban milk, ban milk. That's what we all scream. Milk is for goody-goodies and teachers' pets. Milk is for prefects who want to be vets. Milk's rectilinear in neat cardboard cubes, so squares and vicars can suck it through tubes. We are the ones that haunt in the dark. We are the ones who lurk in the park. We are the spider that sat down beside her. We are the ones that only drink cider. Ban milk, ban milk, it's warm and it's sickly. Ban milk, ban milk, it goes mouldy too quickly. Ban milk, ban milk, be it yogurt or cream. Ban milk, that's what we all scream. We are the threadbare, the rejects, the grey. We are the colour of a headachy day. Economics of scale shall come to pass. We'll bypass the cow and just eat the grass. Ban milk, it's warm and it's sickly. Ban milk, it goes mouldy too quickly. Ban milk, be it yoghurt or cream. Ban milk, that's what we all scream. Ban Jersey and Guernsey and limp fromage frais. The Milky Bar Kid, sweet cafe au lait. Rise up, all you of our ilk, 'cause we anti-heroes will never drink milk.
More applause, please, for Keith Drake. I don't think you're going to sell that lyric to the milk board for a TV ad, Keith. I have to tell you now. But I have to say, I was very impressed that you...
Gin on cornflakes.
Okay, gin on cornflakes, yeah. I was very impressed, by the way, that you managed to rhyme revenge with penge. Very good. I mean, I live in somewhere called Mitcham, and it's easy to think of Pam and Ham and I am, and you could go on all night, really. Anyway, more applause for Keith Drake. And Keith will be back in the second half. So now we come to our next